Today I feel called to share this vision that I had days ago, actually 2 days ago to be exact. It's a vision of me being in some office, or like it's some office full of books. I don't know why I feel called to share this with you, but it's a feeling of sunshine in that office, I could say. And in that vision, there were like it's scattered books, a lot of like it wasn't like neat and tidy room. It was like cluttered, and there were lots of papers, lots of books, open books, and everything was just in topsy turvy. But it was not really cramped. So it was like there was sunshine, and I felt the sunshine on my left face. And I knew that I was standing right by the window. And on that window, there was some cage. There was a cage full of birds. And the cage could have been like it's not the square type, but like the round type. And there were lots of birds. And inside the cage, there was like a lot of black, white, spotted birds. And then I thought they were too much. They were too much in this cage, so I decided to let them free before the owner of this office would return if he was there. So I freed the birds, and as they flew, there was one bird that stayed. And no matter how many times I tried to shoo her away or remove her from the cage, she doesn't want to let go, or she doesn't want to fly, she doesn't want to leave the cage. And I thought, why? So I closed the cage and just watched the bird. I also like to add that the office was like, I feel like the office was owned by a smart man. And it doesn't have to be gender based and all, but that's how I feel like the vibe, the energy of it. It was like masculine. So I'm talking about the energy, not gender, okay? And whether you're a male or female, like it was like a room where masculinity prevailed. And the fact that the office was cluttered with lots of books and piled papers and scattered papers, I feel like that's how your mind is, like cluttered. Like you are the type who knows how to organize things. You are the type who knows how to plan your life in archives, in separate organized shelves. But at this point, like, yeah, you have your you have your shelves, but your table was so cluttered. Like the floor, like there were papers on the floor. Like, this is you, like this is anxiety, this is a sign of anxiety, like whether I should do it or not, a dilemma. I feel like a dilemma because of like the cage that was there. And whatever you're in, like, because you were not there in that scene, so I believe that this was like someone who has a lot in mind, someone who, what should I say, like you have a lot of things going on in your mind, and your mind is just so too much air, too much thinking, too much overthinking, over planning, over analyzing, over assuming. And instead of just taking the action, you're not doing it. Because like solar plexus, the yellow bird, also talks about the solar. So that means like I do. Like the wand, if you're a tarot reader, if you can read tarot, if you know or familiar with tarot, that's like the wand. And because it's like too much air, I feel like there's a balance, the need to balance the yellow. So that means I will do. So because air is like I think, idea, or this is like yeah, you're the source of idea. This is your crown chakra, by the way. So this is like the issue of your sacral part of your body. So it's like your navel, okay? So around your abdomen, like your navel, okay? And this is about I do, I will do, I will do. So this is about Capricorn. This is about Saturn being able to balance air thought into reality. This is being able to find some tangible stuff to make a tangible product, for example, out of your dreams, for example. So being able to, let's say, your dreams and visions turned into a painting, turned into a song, turned into a book, turned into something that people will then like satisfy their Saturn, where I need to see it, I need to hear it, hear it, I need to taste it, I need to feel it, I need to, what else? Like something like you only hear and see in your imaginative, creative mind. But instead of being able to put it on the ground and make it into a reality, what you're dreaming of, what you're fantasizing, what you're imagining, what if you just take the action and do it and see what happens? And in the waking consciousness, now that I'm speaking with you, now we're both in a situation where we kind of have to like make sense of that dream. So now, like, how do I make sense of the dream in my waking life? So usually when you have dreams, like vivid dreams like that, if you can recall anything, any detail, then the energy that was spent on your unconscious and subconscious were strong enough to push it to the conscious brain. Because the moment we wake up, the moment you open your eyes, the moment you hear your alarm, like the moment you hear your alarm, that's where the thin line between the subconscious and the conscious brain come in. So when you're asleep, that's where your unconscious lies. And when you're stressed and when you're hungry and physiologically deprived, how should I say it? So once you're physically deprived of anything, like once you feel uncomfortable, this is where your unconscious comes out. Like this is like testing how you're able to actually manage the depth of your emotions and thoughts once you're being tested by life, you could say. So going back to what I just mentioned about the dream. So for me, there are ways like to interpret dreams. First, you can see it literally. You can do it literally. Like maybe this is like a vision of a future, maybe a vision of the past or whatever, or maybe someone else. If you're psychic and all, you have the gift to visualize something, then that's the first thing that you acknowledge. So for me, it's really being able to acknowledge it first, that I have a dream, and I can't deny, and I don't like to deny my dreams and visions like before, because before I could just shrug it off and think of it as like a woo-woo stuff and something that I could just forget in the next minute, okay? But because of my work, my field of work, because it requires me to be really extra creative, because my fiction life is magical enough to push me through the limits of my rational mind. And because my rational mind has been so overused when I was younger, because it's like my environment pushed me to become this Saturn woman. Like, Saturn woman, Saturn dominant personality. Like, you have your plans, you have your hard work and steadfast, silent, steady push. And then it's just push, hard work, persistence. So these are the words and things that I learned from my Capricorn parents. So Capricorn is the zodiac sign ruled by Saturn. And, like Capricorn style life, like they just believe in the power of dominance and titles, and they're not as flashy as the Leo people would. Like the Leo would like to have the grandiose things, like they would like to be this politician, maybe they want the attention and all, but Capricorns don't. Although they can be leaders and all, like Bill Gates, but you notice Bill Gates, like you don't feel like he's flashy. So that's how it is. And when it comes to work ethics, it's really excellent. Like I grew up with a Capricorn mother, so I really admire her work ethics, which I know I can't beat. Because she's the type who can say, let's say, I will have a goal of cleaning the house in the next 30 days. I assure you, she can clean the house in 30 days. No matter what. No matter what. So I don't have that. Like, I maybe have the mood for 1 week, and then the next week would be like, oh my gosh, I have to clean again. So I have to have a diversity in my life. So I can't just be writing one story for the next 6 months. So I have like 3. Seriously, I'm publishing a short story, first ever short story anthology by July 16th. And I also have my upcoming LGBT romance novel this coming December 31. And I am also, while I'm preparing the manuscripts, which like the anthology I prepared, like I have it ready last month, so it's already like, okay, hands off, so let go and let God. Yeah. And now it's like, okay, I'm mentally preparing myself to do the 5th draft number 5 of the Cult of Eros series, which is like I said, like the upcoming LGBT romance. And while doing that, I'm also drafting 2 separate manuscripts, so which will be either, I don't know if they will be a novella, I don't know if they will be a series, I don't know if it will be a standalone novel or what, but all I know is that I'm writing them. And by saying that, it's like it's easy for me to drown myself with my Capricorn my upbringing. Like it's easy for me to say, like I wake up 6 a.m. in the morning every day, including Saturdays, weekends. I don't have weekends. And write from 6 a.m. to 12, and then pause, and not really pause, like okay, stop, and then from 1 p.m. onwards I will do like household stuff or whatever then. Or if my mood hits, like I have to finish this, like after finishing my manuscript by 12, by 1 I will make social media posts and edit my vlogs, edit my stuff, and until 6 p.m. like stick to it Monday to Sunday. Like I did that when I started, like I did that like in full force. Like I could really write the whole day while doing errands, while doing, like we had to move out, while we had to do things. So it's really easy for me to do that and burn myself out in the end. And since now I don't want to burn myself out, like I don't want to suffer physically, because like I don't want my family to be so worried about my situation here, because well, I'm living far away from them, so, and I don't want them to have that worry for me physically. So I'm taking care of myself. So that's why you have to take care of yourself too, just as much as I take care of myself. And right now, like going back to the dream, it's like it was like a cage. A cage signifies like the trap, being able to, like, there's this prison that we symbolically have in our perimeters, in our property, and maybe it's inherited prison that you you felt like you don't have control of, and you kind of realize that you're in the cage. And maybe it's that Capricornian Saturnian definition of how we are programmed, how you are programmed to see life. Like, you see life as this cage, like this is it, this is it, this is it. But we forget that the earth in general wasn't structured in a linear way. It could be like this could happen, that could happen, that could happen, and there's a gazillion ways of possibilities to happen. So it's kind of insulting to predict something. Although we although it's helpful to predict something, like science is like, okay, we predict the earthquakes and all that, but we still can't predict when Mount Etna would explode, for example. We don't have control when this San Andreas Fault will go crazy. We don't know when the Marianas Trench go rise up from the abysmal zone and suddenly reveals itself, its glory over the surface, on the surface. So there are lots of things that could happen, and we live in a way where we structure our life so much that we forget that we are also part of that nature. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, you forget, just because you're wearing your blue collars and nice tux and nice bow tie, nice tie, and you have this nice car and you have a structured life, you forget that sometimes you're also abundant with feelings. And it's like you robotize yourself and monopolize your limitless potential just because of the cage that you are in. And it's painful to realize that you're in that cage because it could be inherited. Like, you grew up with it, okay? Like, you grew up with it. Why do I need to fly away from the cage? So just lock it up, lock me up here. This is where I was born. So this is this is my life then. Without realizing that the others have flown away and maybe like enjoyed the fullest of life, but you stayed. So aside from that, like, another way to interpret it, it's also like a sign of yellow bird, a yellow warbler, and a yellow warbler, or the warbler to be exact, to be specific, based on how the internet defines it. Like, the warbler signifies, it's also called the new world pluridae. I forgot, but it's like a new world bird, okay? And it's like a calling for you and me, calling for us to look at the possibility of a new world. And what that means is, like, whatever that means to you. Like, for me, like, the new world is now what I'm living. Like, being able to talk to you without really feeling so resistant and self-conscious, and not being able to really talk the way I talk to my husband, the way I talk to my sister, and being able to just sit down with you like a friend, talking to you, and being able to share my story in a way that it's not offensive and not like with compassion, just as we all deserve. Because like in my case, like, as I went through this shadow journey, or the dark night of the soul, as they call it, when we feel like the heavens feel like angry at us, we feel like we lost God in the middle or in the process, or we feel like we're losing everything that we know, or we feel like we're the forsaken and we can't really find the power to really move forward in life. So I know how that feels, and I've been there, and I'm still there. Like, it's not like I'm just because I'm sitting here laughing with you, smiling with you, doesn't mean that I don't have my chaos in my real life. I also have my own chaos, but I'm feeling great. Like, I feel content. I feel content just by sitting down here, even without camera or all, because I learned to appreciate that despite everything, you have to control areas. I mean, there are two areas that you can control. And I learned that as a Scorpio moon, because Scorpio moons, if you are a Scorpio moon, you know that you have this tendency of thinking black and white. You love and hate the same person, for example. You love and hate your life. You love and hate what you do. And because of that, like I really had to have it as mantra that there are areas, two areas that I can control and cannot control. So this is my control zone. So just imagine like an orbit there, and then the external second orbit will be your external zone, which is not your business anymore. So your uncontrollable zone, you're out of your control zone. So anyway, your control zone and not your control zone, okay? So your business is the control zone, is your control zone. So that means how you react to things and how you handle life. So just like in my case, like, so what I notice about my husband is like he says this and that. So but when it's like, okay, I don't know how you feel and blah blah. But it already started in the morning. It already starts in the morning where, okay, what should I grab? I even told him, like, be specific. I don't like people when they say something, they don't specify it. And this is just what I'm saying, like, if you really want to see the true character of your partner, look at the person when they're totally stressed, because then you will see who they really are. Despite the chaos of my life, like not knowing where I'm going, all I can do is what I can control. So that means I can edit my vlogs in this and that time, which is bearable and sustainable for me, because I don't like to have it rushed just like everyone else likes to consume. So I should be producing a lot of content, but that's not my motto. I like to be like chill. I like to be like this, like authentic. And if I say like I can't handle everyday content, then I can't handle my like that. I can't handle that schedule. So I have to respect that. And that's how I can balance my Earth, my Saturn. And depends on how I feel, and how I feel like the water in me. So how I can deal with this, how I can navigate it in a way where I don't feel like anxious and fearful. Instead, I can shift that mindset into like, instead of I see life, I can't, then I flip it to I can. So whatever it is. So that's why right now I'm able to sit down with you, like being able to just talk and relate with you, because this, like, if you've been watching my vlogs, like earlier vlogs, like the struggle, it put me through the test, and because of that I learned a lot of lessons, and these lessons now are now being shared. So I really appreciate that. So if you're still with me, I really appreciate that. So yeah, going back to the dream. So it's like new. So it's like about new. Yellow is optimism. Yellow bird, a small bird. It's not big bird. It wasn't a buzzard or so. It wasn't a hawk. It would be like magical if it would have been a golden hawk, but it wasn't. It was like a yellow warbler. And the yellow warbler, according to research, is about hope, renewal, So it's about renewal, ability to adapt, change, and navigate through life's challenges, finding strength in difficult circumstances, and it also could mean like joy and optimism, happiness, abundance of life, and harmonious relationship with nature, peace and tranquility. So, and they're also migratory birds. So that means being able to migrate, being able to navigate through different circumstances, different situations with ease. And even if you're not a hawk, you can still fly. So that means like even if you're not a hawk, not yet, you still can fly. So you have, although you feel like you're not ready, you already can fly. So that means you already have the tools and the means to look at your life from the bird's perspective, and being able to, well, what I call individuation. So this is also like being able to separate yourself from the you that played the part of like of that scene. Let's say that the event in your life that was so remarkable that it left a mark on you today as an adult. So that means like the energy spent on that memory or in that event was strong enough to leave a mark in your conscious brain that until now, you as an adult, you still remember details of it, good and bad. Okay, same with the dreams. So if your soul, or the sleeping, the unconscious one, is able to manifest and like really strong enough to work with the subconscious and push it to the conscious brain, then you can remember your dreams. In some cases not. In most cases we don't remember our dreams. So that's why I feel called to share this dream with you in whatever means, because it's like a message not just for me but for you too, I feel like you need to hear this. Okay, and I feel called to do this because, like, how should I say, like, my instincts is like the little whispers, you could say. The little whispers are telling me not to stop. So not to hoard the wisdom that I learned, not to be selfish by just keeping my mouth shut, just like I always love to do. And with that, now I'm sharing the dreams and visions and my ability to read tarot cards, for example, plus shadow work and all that. So this makes me feel lighter. Paradoxically, it's like the more I reveal, the more I heal. So to heal is to reveal. So that's for me as a Scorpio moon. And I always say that in my early videos, where it's like, for me to heal is to reveal. So that means I am tasked to share this part of me with you because I feel like you need it. And yeah, like, going back to the dreams, it's like, it's also, although you realize that you're in a cage, it doesn't mean that you cannot fly. You can still fly, but it's your decision. It's your decision to find hope, or find optimism even in the circumstances where it's not really possible around you. So it's like, in my case, like, we don't have enough financial means and our situation is really uncertain, and I'm really not, like, I don't shame my situation right now, and I feel proud to be here because I exist and I live despite everything that's coming or that came to us, especially in the last few months where we felt like nobody's listening to us. It felt like we have way too less support than we deserve and all that. But despite that, I was able to find the yellow, the hope, the determination to overcome the circumstances without adding more karmic debts to my list. And as much as I can, I want to clear my karmic debts by being able to alchemize the situations, the dark ones, into something beautiful and magical in which people can appreciate and read. So that's why I became an author. I became a writer, not just because I want to be a writer. I chose this because this is my childhood dream. My childhood is really calling me to write as many books, as many books as I can, as much stories that I can, as much as my body can handle because of it. So by saying that, it's like that's also the same wish. That's also the same wish that I wish for you, that you will find the gem your inner child is calling you, because yellow is also like your solar plexus, something about your sacral chakra, so something about creativity, something about being able to express who you truly are. And I feel like you're in a cage right now, but you are this yellow warbler. So you have the ability to bring yourself and other people to the new world that you see. Only you can see it, not me, okay? And for me, it's just me being a messenger. It's like I feel compelled. I don't know. Like it's like, oh my gosh, should I film this or not, and all. And it's like every time I close my eyes, it's like, hey, when will you film it? And really seriously, I really have to take shower after, because we just came home from a long drive just to go around, and yes, we have to survive. Anyways, so yeah, I hope that you got something from this episode, and I feel lighter now that I'm able to say it, and I feel honored to being able to feel your energy, and I feel humbled because it's like I don't know who you are, but I feel like you feel what I feel, and I know like life has been so hard on you, and life has not been so easy for you. Life has been so torturing for you because you feel like you're in a cage. So it's like it's a metaphorical cage that is caging you to be like this when you are this. And I understand that so much, and it's a lonely place to be in. Like no one can truly understand you. Like it's a lonely place to be in when you feel like you don't belong, because you, although you're like in a good stable place, but you feel like your heart is calling you to do something else, and then that little whispers that keeps on whispering you every single moment, every silence, it becomes loud. So that agony there is something, yeah, that I've been following. Like I don't want to suffer my day with this little whisper, so that's why I'm doing this, because these are once my little whispers when I was in the wrong classroom. So if you understand what I'm trying to say, it's like find the right classroom for you, find the right one that fits for you, that you feel like you will be the best version of yourself. Find that classroom, not the cage. And even if you are in the cage, or you prefer to stay in the cage, make sure that you don't lose yourself. Make sure you don't lose your hope, because hope is the only thing that will be with you when you feel like you're losing everything. And that's the superpower of being human, like being able to have hope. Hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a brighter future, hope that you'll be happy and live a happy life. So that's all for today. And if you like to know more about me, all the links that you need to know are in the description below. And if you like to share your honest thoughts and feelings, leave them in the comment section below too. And yeah, support me through my books, all the links, and yeah. And I guess, yeah, that's all for today. And with love, peace, and harmony with self and others. See you in the next one. Cheers!
one who makes the dead rise and become zombies.